Bros Play!
Brother, I've been watching a lot of X-Men, and
Have
I've been watching them in reverse order.
You've been watching a lot of X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, technically I've been watching a lot of Wolverine content.
Three.
Three. Red 3.
Oh, it's damage.
Yes.
I thought it was
What
counting
do you think
down.
it was?
I thought it was counting down. Game tip. To toggle the world. Oh, fuck, what's not a tip? That's an essential. That's an essential move.
So yeah, I watched Logan, and then I watched Wolverine, and then I watched X-Men Origins, and then for some reason I decided to go all the way back to the beginning and watch X1.
I think personally X1 is one of the best.
It really is one of the best.
X2 is also quite a banger. Logan is very good. A lot of those middle ones, like Oscar Isaac, is great, but
Oh yeah, X-Men Apocalypse is pretty bland, and so is Days of Future Past. Or no.
Days of Past Future?
No, what's the one? Oh, isn't there a time travel one?
Fast of Days Poocher.
No, maybe it is Days of Future Past.
They're all time travel, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
There's a certain point where they're just kind of like, whatever, man.
Well, I prefer the Magneto from the first movie, where, you know, the Magneto that you see in X-Men First Class. Well, maybe if you hadn't burned yourself to death.
He's Wolverine.
That's a good point. Why doesn't he heal?
It's a manually saved game.
There's some canon missing here. Why doesn't Buddy heal?
Yeah.
I guess we're in the Logan storyline at this point.
The Buddy, he fucking... No, we're not. He's clearly dressed.
Hey, he could find some spandex.
He's
Not
dressed in
impossible.
the... What about him makes you think... Anyway. I don't know why he doesn't heal. He heals against Dark Phoenix in the third film. Like, he's clearly good at that.
He does. And that's actually one of my favorite Magneto moments of all time is when he moves the Golden Gate Bridge to Alcatraz. Such a gangster move to just think, you know what? I've moved some big metal objects before, but let's just do this. And yeah, I like the first X-Men. I think his plan is so badass. I'm going to turn everyone into mutants. Because when everyone's super, no one is.
I was just going to say, it's like exactly, what's his name?
Syndrome.
Syndrome, played by, my name is Earl actor.
What?
Man with mustache.
Is it really played by him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you also remember him being the guy who starts everything off in Enemy of State?
I don't.
He's the guy with the videotape that gets hit by the fire truck.
I don't. Whoa.
Whoa, look at that.
You know what I find funny is that the menu is like, or the game tips are like, here's how the map works. But like, they haven't told me how the game works.
How to actually fight, yeah. Well, you got to figure it out, bro. You're always talking about learning through gameplay.
Loading screens for like tiny areas is a bit much.
There was limitations, but they weren't that bad.
That's health. I manually use health potions that I find. Can you feel the inspiration of this game? Does it feel like an X-Men game, or does it feel like fucking Diablo or Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, it feels very much like Baldur's Gate. Well, especially like, am I missing something, or is this the only character you could start with?
I don't know.
Because if you could play other characters, I might understand why there'd be a balancing problem with him having too much health. Like if he regenerated.
Yeah, but then you balance it. That's how balance works.
Well, exactly. Would make more sense if he had like very little health. He had like a tiny health bar, but it regenerated.
Restore energy.
Yes, you're supposed to fight all those guys without knowing about energy and health.
Yeah.
Anti-mutant troop. I don't think I actually read that before. This is definitely a reskin of Dark Alliance.
Yeah, I think.
Like even the enemy health bars are the same.
I don't know if Dark Alliance was the one that did it. Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're moving to West Manhattan.
We're following Juggernaut.
Following the Bigfoot.
Is he shaving in that picture? I can't really tell what's going on there.
Those claws, look better than the claws in X-Men Origins.
They are so terrible. And the scene in the bathroom may be one of the worst scenes ever made with Wolverine in it.
So bad. And the thing is, like, when the actor is doing it, they have no idea how good it's gonna look, right?
True.
Like when Nick Cage was doing my eyes, he just had to like trust
the bees.
That they were gonna put the bees in his eyes.
In his eyes, yeah.
And then
my god.
And then the team working on it was like, we didn't get the audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the video. lips, and it looked like he was saying, "Ah, my mouth."
One of the most legendary moments.
Are you kidding me? Did I just load into an area to load into an area?
Well, that was essentially a cutscene. Because that guy,
so I loaded for a cutscene so I could load into a gameplay
Yeah,
area.
I mean, hey, you didn't load. It just moved from one screen to another.
Oh, Wolverine's leveled up. Oh,
What does that mean?
And then the same button for attack is dismiss information.
Well, yeah, if you're going to attack some bro, you want to have that away.
Press. It loads to go into the what?
Okay, I'll give you that. That was dumb.
Yeah, it was.
All right, let's get some details.
Details. Okay, I got stuff. I got places for points.
You got a point?
I got. Apparently, these are items.
Okay. Go to your stats.
My stats. I can increase my stats, I guess.
No, I think.
Yep.
Oh,
I had a point, and I put it there.
Oh, so, and you have a point here too. Okay.
And I'll put it into.
So you see brutal slash healing factor.
Okay, so they kind of did.
Okay.
Those little dots are like the
really wavy.
They're very Mass Effect.
I don't think you can upgrade. Yeah, you're not high enough level. So like the things you can level up. Yeah, healing factor is the only thing you can get.
Cool.
Shouldn't have even started with level 1 and then you like increase it from there.
So idle, but if I move, still goes. So that's not idle.
Idle means not fighting, I would presume.
Gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah. What do you think idle means, bro? Dude.
That
nice throw, dude,
is
man.
wicked. I like that.
That did more damage to the guy he hit than to him.
That makes sense.
I guess it does. Yeah, if someone launched a dude at you, I could see that being pretty uncomfortable.
Well, people do more damage to others than themselves.
Hurt people hurt people.
It's a
That's
sort of
right.
Yeah, it's a sort of Jordan Peterson analogy. Okay.
There's hit sequences. Okay, fine.
I hate that. I hate hit sequences.
Yeah, what, you don't like the XX square X thing?
Back. Basic targeting impact. Outfit
Implant.
Outfit each character with beneficial equipment. Cool.
Okay. And Jesus, so you're gonna go back through this.
It didn't make me load, so that's pretty cool.
It's a good sign.
Basic targeting. 2%
on critical
on
during a ranged attack. Can you take it off? Oh, you can. Okay, so you can put it on somebody else later.
Cool. I got a backpack.
And you're going the wrong way though, brother.
The map will decide which way I'm going.
I think you're supposed to follow the giant fat man's footprints.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Exactly. That's so classic, and it's so terrible at the same time.
Terrible.
Like, that third movie was really, like, it had some moments for sure.
Oh my god, I know what they did.
Whoa!
They took Juggernaut in that movie. He was originally a tank from Left 4 Dead, and they turned him into a charger.
Once he gets moving, you can't stop him.
Yeah. That's
It's like,
so
no,
dumb.
No, he's just the Juggernaut, bitch.
That is actually an interesting superpower. The idea that the person's momentum can't be stopped with the kitty cat in the corner. Please stop.
Sneezing.
It's our producer telling us he does not appreciate all of our shit talk about X-Men.
Do you like how the light that I added there, like if he looks over towards you, the light is coming straight down or straight up at him, and he looks like he's lording over you.
Yeah, I think he likes to think he is too.
I just got punched in the face by Cyclops. Oh, it was Mystique.
Oh no.
Oh,
You better watch I don't stab you in the stomach.
Oh no, I don't know which one it is now. It's got to play the ball cup game.
And I love how you just let her go. You don't even chase her.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're just like, let her slip away into the crowd.
She's
and then
a legend. So, like, what would you do if she wasn't anymore?
So these are Magneto's guys.
Sure.
Well, because they're Brotherhood thugs. I'm guessing that means they're the Brotherhood of man.
Brotherhood. The Brotherhood of the Mutants.
Oh, yes. But why don't they have powers then? That's what I want to know.
Got powers.
Yeah, right. That is a brutal attack, and I'm pretty sure it's actually called Brutal Slash.
But what did it do in comparison to that? Like,
well, that does 6 and that does 30.
Oh.
So it just really, really fucking hurts.
Agility enhancer. Okay. I do like the following.
The
of
footsteps, yeah, it's
That's-
actually pretty cool.
It's quite cool. And that takes up my energy, which is basically mana, because it's blue.
I will admit, though, the combat in this feels a lot better than the combat in Dark Alliance. Like, there's more impact to each hit.
Yeah, and you can also tell the enemies are doing stuff.
That, too.
That's like one of my biggest issues with
Dark
Baldur's Gate,
Alliance, yeah.
is that, or not Baldur's Gate actually, but Dark Alliance, is that you can't really stop enemies. Oh, of course, Dad would call right now. All right, we'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. It's kind of weird. He just like when he idles, he's just like a normal man. Like he just stands straight up. He stops being a Wolverine.
He looks
like,
really light.
Like,
yeah,
look at his
whoa.
Wolverine stance, and then when he's it just goes straight.
Oh my god. Oh, so we got the firebug.
Oh,
apparently.
and now that's such classic gameplay or game design. You can't go this way, so you have to leave and then come back to the
find
path.
the footprints.
Like, I
yeah.
love that, man. That's wicked.
It was efficient game design. They actually wanted to consider these things back then. They just didn't want to make some flashy E3 presentation.
This is remarkably good, I must say.
The battle? The combat?
The game, yeah. If you can see if you can find out what year this came out in, because I like finding out what years they come out, so you can say like, this piece of shit came out in the same year as it. There's no excuse.
My best understanding, it's saying that it came out in 2004.
Oh, okay. So after Ratchet and Clank,
It has a game book.
they'll have game books.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
I know.
Nice glossy paper.
You know how video killed the radio star?
Yes.
Well, digital killed the hard copy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the digital copies. I'm
No,
really
it's-
glad that
it's the worst.
I got to a point in my life where I was just irritated with paying for games when they started to go from 60 to 70 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just kind of stopped buying games. And since then, the game market has just kind of gone to shit in the sense that you either pay excessive amounts of money for a game that's filled with microtransactions, or you buy like non-AAA games. Those seem to be the options in this day and age.
So I've been playing a lot of WoW, and it sucks because it was made by a company at a time when they were really good, but it's now owned by a company that sucks big donkey balls. Are you okay there, Sneezy Cat?
Yeah, I've never seen an animal sneeze that many times at all.
We did find out we have quite a high particulate concentration in this house, so we're gonna have to get an air purifier, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, just two cats, right?
But yeah, so it's the Blizzard sucks now. They used to be great, and now they're ass. But the one thing they're not fucking around with is classic WoW.
They haven't changed much, eh?
They haven't done anything other. Well, I mean, they have. It's not exactly how it was, but there's no classic. There's no coin. There's no token to legally purchase gold.
That's cool.
And when they made the seasonal season of discovery, they call it, it's separate servers, like the hardcore servers. So it's not fucking with classic. It's the classic remain.
So sorry, what's season of discovery?
It's pretty neat. It is a seasonal not update. It's a sort of like an event. So it's fresh start servers. So it's not, you're not joining a server where people already have like 50,000 gold and. Oh, I thought that was Spider-Man. I was so excited.
Not quite.
He's not an X-Man. Was that a grenade? You can't. What, you got guns?
Yeah, well, Mystique is she's just like a martial arts expert in the movies, but in the comics, she's like totally militaresque.
She just like murders people.
Yeah, you gotta give her some of those good old brutal strikes.
I have too many health pots right
Gotta
now,
get her with
so.
a hefty strike. You need some more though.
So good here.
That's true. Yeah, Season of Discovery, if I can do that while I'm also doing this. The level cap for the first couple of months is level 25. This means that people can get to top level together and like engage in the game with a lot less time put in. And then in a couple months, they'll expand that to 40, and then to 50, and then to finally to 60. They've also added a bunch of runes that change how your character is played. Like a shield mastery rune for shamans that gives you 8. Oh, she's me now.
You need to use your mana, bro.
That gives you 8% of your health back every time you have a successful block, and increases your chance to block and your effectiveness of blocking, effectively turning shamans into tanks.
Well, yeah, and very much like a battle mage.
Yes, they've given mages the ability to heal, including
No way.
including resurrection through scrolls. She's a brotherhood now.
No, I think she banished.
She like replaced herself with that guy because it was like an
I think he
identical...
spawned at the very moment she disappeared. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I thought it was changing the health bar.
Oh, you know, no, you're right. Yeah, okay.
It was.
She tricked me.
Yeah, she.
A mischievous bitch.
You made a mistake.
Oh my god. I'll be honest, I
gameplay.
didn't see that coming.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a really cool concept. This season of Discovery.
Oh, it's not even what's the name we're following? We're looking for Blob.
I've pressed all the buttons.
It's not Juggernaut at all. Did you say it's time to save Allison?
Yeah, I pressed the button. I pressed all the buttons.
Well, I guess you had to press them multiple times.
Every button.
She's a windbag, okay?
Windbag.
Oh my god, we went to a wow. Whoa. We went to a religious ceremony for you know what a confirmation is?
Yes.
Yeah. So we went to a confirmation and it was at a French church. And so we're sitting through it, and I don't speak a ton of French. I speak like very, very, very limited French. So most of it was kind of going by me, and the preacher brings out a bicycle in order to explain this long, drawn-out analogy about, like, filling spirituality into the tires of the pump, you know? And, like, anyways, it's a long analogy. And I remember thinking, is this just because I don't understand the French, or is this guy just a total windbag? And so we go and we get in the car at the end. And so the girl who's being confirmed, so she's 13, we get in the car and she goes, "Thanks for playing. That bicycle analogy was so boring." So it was not just me.
Yeah, I mean, you can only say so many things as a preacher before you start kind of like overlapping.
It was a 45-minute homily.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a long time to just be chatting. Oh,
optic beam, optic sweep.
What's the guy from
Fury.
the guy from Incredibles? Geezer beam?
Gazer beam.
Gazer beam? Oh, okay.
I don't understand how any of that works.
I don't care either.
I don't want to change my
enemies are
team.
not
I'm
particularly
happy.
different.
I'm actually quite
difficult.
happy with my team. I'm the X-Men.
No, you're not. I don't see the professor anywhere. You're just a guy with claws and some bub with a visor on.
Yeah, they named the X-Men after a guy whose name doesn't even use the X.
The game's over, X-Men.
What?
Like, X is in his name, but he's not called Xavier. His name is just Xavier.
Yeah, that is a really good point. Like, did the X actually start with Xavier?
Oh, yeah.
Or did it
Is
start
it?
with Wolverine?
Maybe it is Xavier.
Because I think it started with Wolverine, and I think the X came from, like, his claws, right? He would slash with both of his claws, and he'd create an X like Zorro.
I don't know. I'll have to ask.
I want to say that's what it was.
Stan Lee next time I meet him.
Dude, that is so useless. Oh, but I guess it's a ranged move, so that's why it's...
Yep.
I do find it funny anytime they gamify something. So, you know, you get 9 points of damage for a laser beam that can take the roof off a building.
I also love it. Look at how lame his run cycle is from the back. Look at his little shoulders.
Yeah,
He's barely putting anything in it.
You look like a rescue hero, actually.
Also,
The giant
that was
boots.
that was a joke I was hoping you were gonna pick up on because like I'm not gonna meet Stan Lee anymore.
Oh,
'Cause he's gone.
that's sad.
yeah.
That is sad.
And he doesn't.
What did we just watch that was the last one he was in?
He doesn't regenerate.
Oh.
like
Brutal. I think the last one that he was in was Infinity War. Is that approximately right?
I don't remember.
And I watched Infinity War recently, and it reminded me of why I stopped watching the MCU. Not because anything's wrong with Infinity War, but because Endgame was just so disappointing.
Was it?
Yes. for a number of reasons, but for me, one of the main ones was that Endgame was the first time they decided to make Thor into a complete buffoon.
Ah, yes.
Thor at the end of Infinity War is kind of like my dude crush. When he has, like, the hair cut short, he's got the crazy, like, fully upgraded armor and the lightning axe, and he is just handling everybody. That was, like, my, peak Thor. And then 45 minutes worth of movie later, he's some fat schlub who can't, tell up from down.
Interesting.
Right, because Thor, they suddenly made him into this total buffoon that needs to be led around by other people, which is antithetical to what his character was like in the first couple of movies.
Right.
So, and from there, like, Infinity War I think was great, but I think Infinity War is actually the end of the story, in my opinion. Thanos kills half of all people, and that's it. Evil wins.
Do you know why he does that in the comics?
Yeah, it's a slightly different reason.
Slightly, yeah. Yeah.
But why? I don't remember. Yeah.
So
enlighten us.
He becomes the friend of death as a child, and isn't allowed to die. She won't let him die.
Yeah, because she's a spurned lover.
Right, but she can't. They can't see each other because he can't die, so he can't go to her world. So he sends her half of the universe's people.
That is so fucked up.
It's so much better than the real story, though.
It is. It's like so much better as a
Josh
motivation.
Brolin version,
Yeah.
who's just like, peace and balance and shit, whatever.
Well, not only that, bro's gonna have to come back and restore peace and balance after like 1,000 years worth of repopulation, right?
No. Well, no. I mean, he wants it to be balanced, right?
Yeah, but that balance is only going to last until that 50% of people overpopulate.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right?
And the cycle continues.
And you destroyed the gauntlet on the first go-around, so you're kind of SOL.
Right.
But you're right. I remember reading about that, and that is a haunting story.
Yeah.
Right? He has a love affair with death that he can never requite, and so he chooses to send her the greatest gift.
Yep.
It's very moving.
It is, and it actually makes him more, not relatable, but like more flawed and more, whatever you want to call it.
It shows that because he's makes himself out to be this altruistic guy who's just like, oh, I'm the good guy, I'm the one looking out for everybody. But that's not true. If you had the Infinity Gauntlet, you would have the ability to double the size of the universe. Right?
He didn't think about that.
So he's clearly just a piece of shit. There's no two ways about that. Sorry, do that gazer beam again? Give yourself some mana there.
Yeah.
Dude, that does more than Logan's slashes.
Yes. This blob is resistant to
melee attacks, so that's why they gave you this guy like right beforehand.
Yeah.
Did he level up, or was he already level 2 when you got him?
I think they level up together.
What? Really?
Which is actually how they do it.
No, because he's got an experience bar down there.
Does he?
Yeah.
You sure
Adamantite beam? Sorry, did you see that?
Yeah.
What does that mean? How does that work?
I don't know.
Okay, go to your menu. I want to see if you can upgrade it mid-battle.
So
Go to
slow.
details.
He falls so slow.
It's not a very difficult battle.
Basic nanofiber armor. Yeah, it's just whatever. Basic power enhancer. Don't worry about it.
Sure, why not?
Where would you find this?
I have no idea, but it was just weird the way he said that.
Maybe it was like a special thing that I increased or something.
No, like I have a feeling there's a synergy you guys can do. Because
Mm.
adamantium is Logan, and so go to his Yeah, I can't imagine it would be in here. There's just a move called adamantium beam. No, weird. All right.
Is there a move list?
Under options, perhaps? Or characters, yeah, that would make sense.
I have a feeling, yeah, we're just going to be...
Damn it. But yeah, no, it wouldn't be under options, I wouldn't think, but I guess try.
Melody.
Controls, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Like, is there like a synergy button? Whoa. Call allies. Mutant powers. Nah, just beat him. Just beat him to death.
So I can actually make Logan do his special ability by pressing L2. It's pretty cool. It also makes him come over to me. Do the thing.
Is it do one or the other?
Do the thing.
Got it.
I really want to know where they
There you
got
go.
this self-healing asphalt from.
Yeah, it's also a mutant.
Yeah, the asphalt itself.
Which is why the
a
guys are
mutant.
so mad at the ground.
Just
which is
a
like
3-inch thick.
Blob's like, fuck the ground. I think that there's a bit of a, like we've talked about this before, like there's a bit of a problem that goes along with the time period that something came out in. When they made X-Men Origins, they made sure that they avoided calling him Blob. They're like, no, he doesn't like being called Blob, so his name is Bob.
Oh, is that just because of fat positivity?
I think it was just because the expectation that that it's unrealistic for all of these mutants to have super cool names. Like these are normal people. This is Logan. That's not Wolverine. This is Scott Summers, not Cyclops.
Seriously?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, do the whoa!
Well, that was a jump.
What? Since when can Cyclops do that?
I guess he's always been able to jump that high.
But look at my little bitch. I'm a Wolverine,
Dude, you also weigh 8 times what he does.
Don't bring the logic
So
into
give
it
him
now.
some credit.
But don't they not call each other by their superpower names? I guess Nightcrawler isn't there. But
Kurt Wagner.
Kurt Wagner of the amazing German circus.
Yeah, well, that's right. He's part of a German circus.
Geschlauscht.
An urban German bourbon circus.
Was that
Bojack.
is that Bojack? Yeah.
Such a great
Who is
use of all things literary.
Who is this lady?
Allison. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure that's Allison.
Oh, okay, cool. I was worried it was going to be someone I didn't recognize or care about.
Well, it just said take Allison somewhere. I think you saved her from the blob. I think he was trying to like incorporate her.
You will be part of the blob.
Have you ever seen that movie?
The blob?
Yeah.
No.
Because I have not, but I've heard that it's actually better than you might think.
I did watch a movie. I did watch a movie synopsis on Slither, where a character does turn into a blob. Oh,
Wait,
batter up.
Slither.
Follow
I
me.
wonder-
Wow, thank God for him there's an invisible wall.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way for me to like throw. Yeah, I can throw him into Buddy there.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, but how do you coordinate that with an AI? By the way, Logan has a level up.
Like I give a shit. I hate leveling up. Did I ever tell you about that?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you definitely
it's stupid
told
and
me
it
that.
sucks. And I think that you should just get stuff that is relevant, not
Dude, get
just
that.
increase your numbers.
Definitely get that
Why?
because the damage is like double. Yeah. Now, brutal slash some mofo's.
No points here.
You get no points.
Okay.
All right, tiny jump.
You got to go
Tiny
around.
jump. I don't
Gotta go
want to.
around.
I want.
Go around and down.
I want
Invisible wall.
immersive sim.
Invisible wall.
Wow, that isn't even subtle. You see that?
No.
They let you know about the developer that. Oh, look at that! I'm leveled up.
You
again.
leveled up again?
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, that is actually kind of cute.
Yeah.
Although the sign would be upside down, because see how the sign... Oh, never
Nope,
mind.
those
It
are
fell
the lights.
backwards.
Oh,
Okay,
this way,
yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
Leveling up.
Raven Games.
I when I'm playing WoW, I often don't add any of those points. What are they called?
Talents?
Yeah,
No?
I just like leave them, and then I'll look back and be like, oh, I have 5 of those. But it's like, oh, cool, 1% increase to my lightning bolt. Wow, I'm really
Well,
gonna notice that.
I bet you... Like, it kind of depends, because when you get to those mid levels of the game where you level up so slowly that you kind of end up doing those points while you're traveling or something, right? Like, so early on in the game, you do level up fast enough that it doesn't matter. It's not worth going back. But then when you're going from level 45 to 46, you're usually spending so much time traveling that it's worth it, right?
The best.
To just
I
go
feel like
in
I'm
and
already
click
traveling
those-
a lot for at level 10.
Are you playing classic or
Yeah.
yeah, okay, definitely traveling a lot then.
Yeah, it's like walk into the Barrens to talk to Cranial Fizz, who tells you to walk back.
Have you even used your Brutal Slash since you upgraded it?
Do I...
I'm pretty annoyed.
Do I sound like someone who cares about stuff like that?
Yeah, but you're sitting next to one who does, so
Oh,
slash
okay,
a
sorry.
motherfucker.
I always forget there's other people.
Blam!
I'm just like, what does Mitch want?
Yeah, that's right.
And then people are like, hey,
That's what you're always thinking.
there's other people. And I'm like,
So selfish-centered.
yes.
Yeah, you're right. This is really slow and boring.
Yeah, and it's also happening too frequently. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Ooh, beams. I want sweeps.
And the only thing you can upgrade is your optic beam.
Yeah, and these boring things.
Or your
like,
yeah, fuck that.
this is a big disappointment for me with Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, is that this is the leveling up menu, and it's just stupid shit like critical strike chance. It's just so boring.
In
like-
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, in Dark Alliance, yeah.
What do you mean? But there's also moves. There's also spells, right?
Certain characters, yes. But
No,
like,
all characters, including the barbarian, they have spells.
they have some. But most of the stuff that you get is
like axe proficiency.
yeah, critical
yes.
strike chance.
Yes.
It's very fucking boring, and
I will
I
give
think
you
that every change that you get should feel like progression. If you have to tell me that it's progression, it's not really progression. Like, I should pick up, like, if you're gonna tell me, oh, your laser sword is now like twice as powerful, I should know that by just using it, not just be like, hey, it's 50% increase to efficiency.
Was one thing I actually really liked about Prince of Persia was that there's only 4 swords throughout the whole game, but every time you moved up in a sword, you noticed.
Huh.
It made a massive difference in just the feel of the game and how quickly enemies would go down.
Yeah, the feel. That gave it a good feel.
It did, yeah. It had a really unique blend of Assassin's Creed style climbing and hack and slash style combat. It did get a little repetitive where, like, every enemy, the best way to fight them was to slide under their legs and slash them in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So you spent 90% of your time going whoop slash, over the head, slash.
I hate having to modify the game difficulty for myself. Like, I hate it when I have to be like, well, I
Make
guess
the
I'm just
game
not-
harder?
I'm just gonna not use Fireball. Like, I love it when a game really pushes me to pay attention, and it's like, oh, you can't use Fireball on these guys. They're made out of fire. You have to use your... Where are you going, Cyclops?
Hey, Jesus, maybe they should bring his jump arc down.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like, you...
So what game do you not use Fireball in? Is it like one of the Dark Souls games?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But what I mean is, like, you know, you got Fireball and you got Ice Ball, and they're
same.
They're the same, right? But I like it when they're so different that if you use ice on an ice character, it doesn't do much. So you
Or
gotta-
anything, yeah.
So you got to pay attention. It's like, oh, lightning affects water. Oh, and then you're synergizing with yourself and the enemies.
Yeah, this just kind of reminding me of Magicka and the way that you had to blend all the different magic styles together to fight different enemies.
Yeah.
And that game was really cool right up until the point you realize that 1 or 2 spells are the best.
Yes.
And so you just get really good at, like, WEDSTT or whatever it was that made Thunderbolt come down.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, once you figure it out and it can be used all the time, it ruins the balance.
I do think it would be fun for us to go back and do the arena again. Just because...
The arena in Magicka?
Yeah.
Like against each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because even though, yes, like Thunderbolt is the best possible move, we could definitely discuss putting in certain rules like no eye gouging, like no Thunderbolt.
No 12-6 elbows.
Yes, exactly. But there was something fun about the way the magic was so unpredictable, and then every now and then, even though it was frustrating, I would get a kick out of accidentally calling down a giant rock on my own head because you forgot to make it outward cast instead of self cast.
I don't get excited for video games, but I'm very excited for Helldivers 2 because it's gonna be 3D, not isometric like this.
Really?
And you remember how Helldivers everything was team damage, including resurrecting your teammates? Like the pod they came down in could kill somebody.
Yes,
So like
I do remember
you could
this.
basically accidentally trade an enemy just by not paying attention.
I remember we had a lot of fun playing that.
Wicked fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it got the popularity that it should have had. But the second game, like they've moved the dimensions out. It's now going to be like a fully 3D game, and I'm just so excited for a 3D game, co-op related, that has all that friendly fire stuff.
Why is all this happening?
Stellar J is one of my favorite YouTubers. He's a great video about why friendly fire basically like should be the rule essentially, and how it's just crazy how it's not the rule, because you just don't have to care about anything when there's no friendly fire. Like imagine this game if my swipes could hit my teammates.
Yeah.
Imagine how different it would be. It wouldn't just be a hack and slash. It would be no. No.
Hey, you're gonna get to know Allison. Check that globe. See if there's a bottle of liquor in it. Disappointing.
I want to be Jean.
This house is too cold. Who owns it? What a stupid.
I'm done with the tour. Thanks. Yep, I'm done with the tour. Thanks.
You know, I'll ask again if I need more info.
I'm done with the tour. Thanks.
Clearly, you don't know how to end conversations.
That's actually the opposite of me in the real world. All I know how to do is end them.
It's a skill. It really is. Like the ability to say something that definitively finishes a conversation off. Oh, nice. Look at that.
That's it. I thought it was gonna go like page by page.
You couldn't flip through it,
and we were gonna no. I can try it again, but like I'm pretty sure that's just the front of the comic.
Awesome. First edition.
That's it. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. Here I am playing as a character I wish I wasn't. Look at how lazy the run cycle is on both of these girls. And by lazy, I mean like they look like lethargic.
Looks like a Quap character.
They're like, yeah. The Quap guy is making another game called Baby Steps, where you have to play. It might not be Quap. I think it's Quap. It might be.
Or is it the guy who made Getting Over It?
It could be that. It could be Bennett Foddy.
I cannot believe the difference between a beginner and a professional in that game.
In Getting Over It?
In Getting Over It, yeah. Quap honestly has a very similar vibe, but the difference is Quap, you only run a 100-meter race. Getting Over It is the most insane obstacle course of all time, and they finish it in 58 seconds. It's nuts.
Oh, I could have just gone back to fucking Xavier if I was reading.
Well, what did you think the tour was about? Are you ready?
Hello, Addison. You want to go and do a thing or whatnot?
He's really close to her boobs. I don't know if you noticed that, but he's like really leaning into it.
You smell nice, Allison. If I didn't already read your mind and know that you smelled good.
Can he know her smell from her own mind? Is that a thing?
It's like synesthesia. You smell like green.
He's definitely a creepy character when you stop to think about that aspect of it, like just the power that he wields.
You're saying that a man with a sub-basement that can read people's minds is creepy?
A little bit.
I don't think so.
Little bit.
Look at her her portrait.
Yeah, she's
like that is.
She's pretty fucking creepy.
That is just. Oh.
She looks like a Barbie doll head.
I gotta say though, like
a disembodied head.
This would have been so cool at the time
in 2004
to be walking around in the motherfucking.
There should be a lock on this door. Just gonna say it.
Yeah, there's that whole scene in the movie where they like set up that tripod that has an eyeball reader and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, and then meantime I walk in here and just fucking touch the door.
Yeah, well, so who can get through that door? Well, Professor X and Allison are both added to the computer.
I finished my objectives.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Forge, could you have centered your face a little bit better in the camera? Looks like a 40-year-old trying to do a Skype call.
Visit his workshop through the extraction point during missions. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Start the fucking mission. Start the fucking mission.
Is it so difficult to think I want to kill some people? Not walk around a mansion?
Hashtag no tours.
Hashtag briefed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's low hanging fruit right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
With the aid of
But
I
you
would-
know,
I
the
wouldn't even
low
say it
hanging
was-
fruit sometimes is the most delicious fruit.
It actually has nothing to do with the distance from the ground.
Yeah, but nutrients and stuff.
Nutrients
don't
come from
nutrients
the
get to it?
tree that it's attached to.
Yeah, but they come out of the ground.
Bro,
They go up through the roots,
you couldn't
through
have,
the xylem.
you couldn't have opened with this.
That's so badass.
Like, what is that? Silver Surfer? Who is that?
Iceman.
Why is he ice now though? He doesn't need to be ice now.
And Storm doesn't have to be floating, but she is.
That's
So
Storm.
get over it. But definitely take Jean Grey. Don't take Iceman.
Well, I'm gonna take.
So was Rogue one of the other options?
Yeah.
Don't take Rogue.
Well, I just want to know what she does.
Okay, fine, take Rogue.
Jean Grey.
Don't get too excited about
Yeah,
it.
only take
Rogue.
your dude. No, you have to bring Wolverine though,
Why?
because he's the best. Because he's the X-Man.
He's not the X-Man, actually.
Well, so
This-
why didn't
this-
you bring Rogue instead of Iceman? Was that not an option?
I like Iceman, and
Why?
I'm a big fan
What
of
is
the guy.
wrong with you?
The guy who plays him is a Canadian legend who played Canadian legend Terry Fox.
Oh,
in
he
the biopic.
did. He did.
And if you don't like Terry Fox, you don't like me, and I suggest you let that one marinate.
and you can go to hell.
Because Terry Fox was a G. That motherfucker took all the excuses out. And he gives kids a day off while exercising. He's a fucking G.
He's a literal legend.
I mean, I heard this great expression that you'll never become a millionaire if you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep.
That's a great expression.
But you'll never become a legend if you don't figure out how to give kids days off while you're dead.
That's a good one. Yeah, if you can't get a day named after you, you're not going anywhere. Man,
Well then.
That
and I
is-
can direct it whichever way I want.
I don't have enough energy.
Jean Grey, obviously. I mean, obviously she's Phoenix, and so that makes her pretty freaking powerful. But like, she's just the best. She can read minds and move things with her mind.
Ice beam.
This is chaos.
It's absolute
X-Men,
madness, and I love
I
it.
need help right now.
You always
Who
need
needs balance when you can
chaos.
just have too many enemies at once?
Well, too many enemies, but not enough for this many allies.
That
Holy
man's-
crap.
That man's. Yeah.
Dude, what is with his hat? Iceman's hat? He was not wearing that a minute ago.
It's just a hat. Man's naked. Nobody's paying attention to that part.
Oh, okay, that's his leg. Jeez. All right, don't make Wolverine fight all on his own.
He does have a smooth spot.
Yeah? Yeah, they gave him the Ken doll.
He does have that smooth spot.
Well,
Why would you want to zoom in other than to see the smooth spot? Like, it's barely playable like this. You're gonna play like that?
enemies just, yeah, batter up. So I want to know how that works because I really think that there's some cool stuff that comes with that. What?
This is
Negative 32,000 damage. Please throw somebody else off the cliff. I want to see
She
that
is like
again.
fully coyote timing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, 32,000 damage. I guess in their mind they couldn't just say set your health to 0. They were like, all right, what's an arbitrarily high number? Not 9999, but 32,000 on the nose.
Nobody's got more than 32,000 health. It's very simple.
That is so funny.
Barrel Man. No, hold on to it. I wanted multiple characters holding barrels. Wolverine.
He's like, I'm not gonna do this hard work if you're not here to help me.
He's like, I'm not Barrel Man. I'm X-Man.
Yes, exactly. He's
I mean,
X-Man.
I'm not X-Man.
He's
I'm
X,
Wolverine Man.
The man. Yeah, I've definitely done stuff like that where you set an arbitrarily high number, but to have it displayed like that is so 2000s. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It is so cool to be brothers with a guy who does does game design.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I really would love to make a game one day.
So like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Is that a
What-
health
what is-
bar?
What is X? Am I supposed to attack it?
No, lightning it. Oh shit. You might need Iceman to freeze it. I don't know.
Yes.
but probably.
Experiment, it says.
Oh, shit.
Well, how do I get you guys out of the fucking crevasse?
You follow them and then reload and go back.
I can't let this stop.
That's not a very far drop.
I gotta say, though... Oops. You kidding me?
Oh, shit. It doesn't even let you go back to the start of this mission?
What?
Oh, you were supposed to save at the mansion.
You... Get the fuck out of here.
Because there was an extraction point at the mansion and you can save there.
You are full of shit.
Oh my god.
What? That's too far back. I don't want to be.
So you're gonna
I didn't mean to
restart
do that.
instead? I guess
That's ridiculous.
let's just go to the danger room and see what that's all about.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
You crazy fucks.
But yeah, I guess while we wait for it to load, if you're interested in playing a World of Warcraft private server where you can play all on your own, go check out SuperNotCool.ca. Find all the info you need on the Warcraft page. Some big changes are coming, by the way.
Big changes.
Well, medium changes.
Here comes those big changes.
I decided that I want to include, like, I want to make the game experience play out on its own, whereas, all right, back to the rooftops. Yeah, I want to make the game experience less modifiable, because right now you can just arbitrarily increase your strength so that you can do whatever you want, but it also takes away the need to conquer things.
Right.
So instead, I'm going to have a character that you can earn tokens from him, or not a token, but like a talisman. And then when you activate that talisman, it gives you the strength to beat a dungeon. And then once you beat the dungeons, he'll give you a talisman that can allow you to defeat 10 mans and so on. And then I'm also kind of simplifying the movement speed, because right now, like, you kind of have to use macros to make the movement speed work. So I'm just flattening that so that they all work on the same spell rank. And just a variety of other things. Once I get that baseline down, then I'm going to start building out, like, Mount Highjaw and trying to make some actual custom areas rather than just, like, existing Lich King areas.
So what was Hyjal like? I'm not really familiar with top level classic stuff.
So Highjaw has always been an unplayable zone in Azeroth. So it's there, you can see it, you can go around it, but it was never a zone you could enter.
Why do
And
I know
then
it though? Like if
Cataclysm. So in Cataclysm, Mount Highjaw was one of the 2 level 85 areas. So it was a very important area at that time. I think it was, I'm trying to remember what the other area was that you would level at 85. But Highjaw was basically where you were supposed to go to do your level 80 to 85 leveling. And so there's a lot of shit they put in there in Cataclysm, but they had already created the physical space at the end of Lich King. So it's there and it's empty. So I can really put whatever I want in it.
Weird. So they put it in there knowing they would do something with it.
Yeah, because they knew, like, hey, this is upcoming, so we want to make sure that it's, like, all of that is developed. And then I honestly bet when they did, what do they call it? Oh, I guess it was the Cataclysm, but wasn't there, like, a Danger Room disc?
Yeah.
So is that going to allow you to do the sparring now?
Yeah, Teamwork 101.
Oh, my God.
They're going to teach me teamwork after they've given me a
After
team.
you're already in a
It's a
team.
bizarre decision.
So, yeah, when the breaking of the world happened, I think they just left Highjaw alone and added everything around it to match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm what I like about Classic is there's kind of like a romantic aspect of like playing the original version of the game, because it's just lacking so many quality of life features that even Lich King is a little too many quality of life features for me.
It's very simplified. It's very smooth.
Dungeon Finder is too good. It's far too good. And I know that it's frustrating because some people on certain servers, especially if you're DPS, might wait like 45 minutes for a game. But I would rather spend 45 minutes building a team
I'd like Jean to show me.
like of actual people, instead of waiting 45 minutes for it to throw me into a game that might break apart immediately.
Oh, I know, especially because someone lies about being a healer. right? And
I've
then
never
you're
heard of
just
that, but that's
SOL.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, anyone who's like they're on a shaman or something, and they just say, oh, let's let's just say that I can heal, but I have all my DPS stuff on. Yeah, it's worse
That's-
with paladins, obviously, right? Like a retribution paladin says he can be a healer or a tank.
In Classic, paladins can't be tanks.
No,
Like they have the specialization for it.
but they suck.
Yes, and it's just universally known. So like paladin tanks are just dunked on every time it comes up. So like
Why?
Asmongold
though?
will be watching a hardcore death compilation, and like it opens up and he just pauses it and he goes paladin tank.
Why are they that bad? Like they've got healing and stuff. You'd figure they'd be good.
They're healers.
Talk to you
Like
later.
they're healers and DPS.
Right.
Yeah,
But so they
that's-
have a protection tree, but they shouldn't use it.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of
But-
an oversight.
That's why Classic is fun, because it's got so many wild inconsistencies like that, where it's like you could do this but you won't, and hunters have mana even though it doesn't really work, and like
Yeah, because they have energy later on.
yes,
That's right.
rogues have energy.
They have focus. Hunters have focus.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they changed it to energy.
No, I don't think so. I think it's similar, but not exactly the same thing. Yeah, because I don't think it's yellow. I think it's like a pinkish orangish kind of color.
It is a funny color. I remember
Yeah.
that.
And I know what you mean about like Lich King has already gotten to a point where they've flattened a lot of the difficulty curves, right?
It's really that part too. Like you can easily lose in Classic at level 4. Like when you get to level 7 and you're fighting Zalazane, who's level 9 or 10, you could die. You could die there. Like so, if you're playing hardcore, you could die before you get out of Duratar,
That I understand.
and easily.
And even in Lich King, there are moments you can get into where you might die, but you have to be kind of negligent. Like you have to be reckless in order for that to happen.
That's what I mean. Like
Whereas in Classic, you just get out of your depth.
this morning I was fighting. Do you know Dank Fizzleclaw? I don't remember his actual first name. His name is Fizzleclaw.
Where?
He's in Duratar, and so I missed that like over and over again because
Jean Grey.
because I never played enough. Like in Lich King, you level up faster, so you can actually miss certain parts
Tons
of Duratar.
The
Yeah.
levels, yeah.
So I never knew about Fizzleclaw. He's a goblin warlock in the middle of those you know where those thunder lizards are?
Yeah.
In those like crags.
Yeah.
He's in there. And he's too hard to fight on your own. Like if you've been leveling quickly, he'll be too hard to fight. And so you have to wait for like basically somebody else to come by and be like, hey, I can't save I can't save. So the last time I saved, can I save over here? Okay. All right. Well, at least I can save here.
It is weird that you have to save at an extraction point. Like, it's
Anyway.
just kind of bizarre.
This morning I died fighting him with a friend, not even paying attention to my health because I was so used to playing the later versions of WoW. And I fell over and I was like, "Oh, that's right." That's
And you're not playing hardcore though, right?
No, but that was the joke that I made in my WoW video where I was like, I got overwhelmed by Murlocs and just kind of forgot that I could die. It's like because you just get so used to it in modern video games. They don't want you to die for a long time. They want you to feel powerful, hook you in, and then give you the challenge. Sometimes as far as 20 hours in. There are people who defend new WoW like to the death, who will say that it's okay that new WoW isn't challenging until you're top level. They'll say that like that makes sense. It's the tutorial. Like tutorials should last 60 hours.
Well, that's where it doesn't make any
Right?
sense.
Like tutorials shouldn't even be an hour.
I don't agree that there should be no challenge. I agree that it's okay for the challenge to be lesser, but I don't understand why somebody would. I guess maybe that's just coming from people who bought their way to max level, because I know you can do that to a degree.
Dude, it's not to a degree anymore. It is
Now you just can.
Will do.
in new WoW or retail WoW or R-worded WoW is what I like to call it.
R-word, wow.
You
Nice.
That is so cool.
That is awesome.
I especially love how it didn't actually spawn. You just stretched
Yeah,
the material.
It expanded.
There's raid-ready boosts now. Not just top level. So what they used to do when an expansion would come out is with the expansion, you could boost one character, but that was to the beginning of the new expansion. That wasn't to top level.
Right.
That was just like, hey, we get it. There's a lot going on in the game. It's a pretty big thing to ask someone to play through 4 expansions before you get to the new shit. We get it. Here's one character. It's going to get you to the start of Warlords of Draenor, which is the first one I saw it happening, which is a great idea.
It helps you get resources
but you
for
could
your other
only
people.
get that one, and you couldn't buy any more. That was it. It was just the one you got with the expansion. It was a very balanced option to combat the unforeseen consequences of having like that many things happen between you and the new stuff, right? Then they started to do this thing where they just let you boost straight to the top, like the actual top. Like here's Cataclysm. You can pre-buy a boosted Cataclysm character that is going to be. Are they top Cataclysm? Or are they top? No, so you can buy it right now to be top level in Wrath of the Lich King, so that you'll be ready at Cataclysm. But you can buy it now. Cataclysm's not out yet, so you can effectively go straight to the top. It's even worse in R-worded WoW. You can buy a raid-ready boost, which gives you bag slots, gives you 5 mounts from the game, gives you all the flight points from the new expansion, gives you level 424 raid level items.
That is so
like,
ridiculous.
It's like you want people to join the game late, and then you want them without any information on how the game is played to
join a raid.
Straight choose one of 12 fucking classes and 15 fucking races, and hopefully you got that right, otherwise you'll be buying another raid boost. And then just jump in there with like 30 different abilities, not knowing which ones are your core and which ones are and how to even play your character. And then they're gonna join people's raids and be like, hey everybody, first day in WoW, how's it going?
My god,
just gonna tank this.
How are they gonna know how to play
this raid over here? Like,
how are they gonna understand aggro and all of these other basic concepts? Yeah, you gotta go back the way you came, unfortunately. Yeah, go back across the ice bridge, because I think even though that was a nice shortcut, it shortcut us past all the stuff we had to do.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we had to go. Oh, Iceman could turn the fire out. I didn't have to go around.
Oh, interesting. But
the barrels. I could have thrown a water barrel at the fire.
Those are water barrels?
Are they?
I don't know. You just told me. Sorry, is this the way? Okay, this is the way it first came in?
Yeah.
Okay, go down there. There's got to be one down there.
I just want to make sure. I just want to see if this was at the fire. Okay, well.
It looks like there was some water in there.
That was the end of that.
Oh, man. What the hell? Because you're supposed to destroy 5 of those vents, and you've only destroyed 2?
Mm-hmm.
They should be everywhere. They're also not very well hidden vents.
Well, they have to. You have to vent out from underground, like. Otherwise.
Yeah.
You'll.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be a story for Top Gun Maverick.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Maverick?
No, but I did scare the crap out of a customer while she was enthralled in the climax of the film.
Okay.
I didn't realize that I had to decompress my airlines before I disconnected them. And so when I opened it, it was just like, and it was right behind her head.
Yeah, and she's watching like
she's
jet engines
leaning
and stuff.
forward, watching Top Gun Maverick, being like, "Oh my god, what's about to happen?" The music's like building and building and building, and then it's just like, "Woo!" It scared me too.
Oh my god! Wow, so you just had to do those 2? Brutal. That looks like Dean Gray right there.
It does.
Although at one point the professor's gonna pass and she is gonna become the dean, so it's not
Oh.
Not totally out of the realm of possibility.
But she exploded.
No, she got stabbed.
Yeah, and then she
Stabbed.
oh no, she did. Yeah, that's right. No, she was making people explode.
Yeah, she was. It was not cool.
I don't want to level up. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't bother. There's really not a lot of challenge, seemingly, at this point.
It's just like keep pressing buttons, keep grabbing people, and then switch.
I really wish
switch
they
to
would
a new
explain how to
character.
capitalize on these, like, batter up moments.
Yeah, I have a feeling you press like L2.
Or something, yeah.
We gotta check all the jumps. So we got
Okay, Jean jumps
Get a
fairly normal.
decent jump, and then
Will do.
she jumps.
Oh, she jumps like
too.
Wolverine.
He jumps pretty poorly.
She just... Did you see that?
No.
So when you jumped with her, she, like, soccer balled a grenade
Oh,
and then kind of scooted it away so it didn't explode under her feet.
nice.
Yeah, she's a regular Messi over there.
Iceman needs help.
Yes, he does. Pick one up.
Oh, I got like max on all of them.
It's weird. Are they supposed to be potions? Because they look like little, like, string bags full of health.
What is the rest of my team doing? They're just kind of hanging out, watching me harp on these harps.
Iceman hits hard.
Yeah, he's punching you with solid ice.
I guess that's true.
There was a part.
He's got fists of fury.
We were just watching Mutant X, and the guy who turns into who goes like phases.
Yeah.
He can also become hard,
Yes.
and I loved. It's like the nerdiest.
He can also become hard. Sorry, I just...
I wasn't even making that joke.
He can make himself impenetrable.
He can become hard. The man becomes hard at will.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Anyway, it's just like the nerdiest writing because the character who, like one of the bad guys, who has never seen this guy before, he's like, there was a mutant that phased, and then he appears he has the ability to become massive. And I'm like, that is such a nerdy thing to say.
A way to describe it, yeah.
Because nobody would assume massive means lots of mass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that is like actually.
How
like,
big does he
really-
get? Oh, he
Yeah,
doesn't. He doesn't change. I don't know what you're
How
talking
big
about.
does he get?
Idiot.
It was like such a clever thing in the middle of a pretty bad writing show. I appreciate that.
There's one term in geology that I always get a good kick out of. If something has no structure to it, it's considered to be massive. So you'll be talking about these massive rocks.
Right.
And people are like, "Oh, how big is it?" No.
Watch
No. Means like it doesn't have a structure. It's just generic. So that's my nerd joke for the day.
It's very strange you have to change to a character.
To give them health, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't take care of themselves. They're like children.
They're like small childs. I'm gonna pick you up. Oh no, I'm Storm.
I'm sure
Oops.
we figured out through the story what HARP stands for, but I'm now curious.
Oh, it's just a pun. It's just Stanley being funny. Because you're harping on them.
Heroes
harping on you.
against all repressive powers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I can't believe you figured it out.
Have an all right action report. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws.
Hard all a it's like that game that you go, it's like one word at a time.
Yeah.
And then one person's like, the shit.
Holders against armed
Rebellion.
people.
Rebellious people, I like that.
Yeah.
Holders against armed rebellious people.
Yeah. That's what we're going with. We got the harp soldiers.
Well, you work backwards. It's like Shield. Like, come on.
I saw a good a good Far Side comic a couple of weeks ago now, and it was all these people arriving at heaven and God handing out their harps, and then all these other people arriving at hell and God and the devil handing them accordions.
I think that heaven and hell are places on earth, and I certainly hope that after you die, it's just like when you don't remember a dream. Because the idea of being alive forever through my soul is actually more terrifying than dying.
Well, not only that, so you're gonna go to heaven and be forced to watch all of your loved ones die.
Yep.
What a weird and fucked up way to reward people for being good citizens.
It's sort of like watching a sports team, except you know the score and they don't. And you're like, you want to communicate to them that it's okay. Like, it really doesn't matter if you win or lose, because in the end, everybody's a champion. That's kind of the problem I have with Heaven, is it's like, it's just way too fucking convenient. And I think it was just a coping mechanism for people who lost so much so often.
In that era, yeah.
Like, if you lose a 5-year-old, you're going to want to believe that they're, like, still alive. Like, their soul continued forward. And I'm not going to blame you for that.
And that reminds me of another thing that we heard while we were at this ceremony. Someone was saying that in their church, this one woman she's talking to the kids. This is like a Sunday school thing, and she goes, dogs do not have souls, only humans have souls. So if someone tells you that their dog went to heaven, they're lying to you.
Oh my god.
It's just so aggressive, so not necessary. Oh my god. Like, that's
nuts, man.
Yeah, that's hardlining right there.
Well, see, like, my girlfriend is a Norse pagan, so she believes in, you know, Thor and stuff, God of Thunder, and Frid and Freya and all that fun stuff. But it's not something she expects of anyone around her, and it's not something that she brings up on a regular basis in relation to what is happening in the world. Like, she's got an altar there behind you, but it's not like she's not like, well, you know, what Frid would want. Like, because that would be a problem for me and most
What would Odin do? I want a bracelet that says
exactly.
that.
Yeah, exactly. WWOD. WOD.
Oh my god.
But it's not like, there's a lot of.
So you're saying she doesn't tell kids that their dogs are not going to heaven?
She's not like, listen, Wednesday is Odin's day. So if you talk shit about him on Wednesday, I'll, you know, it's like, no, it's a thing she keeps to herself, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is weird when people get really, really uppity about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, the Lord said unto him. It's like, no, people don't speak that way. You might notice that it's like that no one talks on Twitter the same way.
Well, I actually said this yesterday that I believe
not that Twitter is the.
I believe in the concept of God, but I don't believe in any book written by humans, because humans are fucking liars.
Yeah, people do. I mean, people did God wrong. They did Jesus wrong. That was people.
Scroobius Pip has a great song about it.
I created you.
Yeah. He, you know.
So apologies to Mother Nature.
Some of the deeds committed in my name made me wonder where I went wrong. And you can imagine that if somebody gave a message to one human 3,000 years ago, that message has gotten fucked up over the years.
Only reliable.
Because think about the broken telephone game that you play around your classroom with 25 kids, and now imagine millions of humans with their own aims and ends to take away from it. I mean, how broken is that telephone going to be?
I feel reborn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll stop preaching to the choir, obviously.
Well, I mean, you got people nowadays talking.
Did she just climb a tree with her
with
karate?
With my karate. It's tree climbing karate. That's canon for X-Men. People are still arguing about whether it is healthy to be overweight because you like it.
Well, you say they're still talking about it, but they weren't for that's only recent. It's only in the last 40 years that's even been a conversation.
40? That's a lot of time to be talking about whether.
Well, that's when the National Association for the Advancement of Fat Acceptance started.
Are you kidding me?
No.
How long ago?
I believe it was in the late 60s.
What?
Yeah, I think it was 1969. This guy with just an enormous rotund wife. I'm just kidding. I don't know. His wife was, I think, slightly overweight, and she felt uneasy about it. So he started this movement to make it less of a societal stigma. And unfortunately, I don't even think he wanted it to become what it is today. I think it got totally out of hand. He used Frankenstein and the monster got away from him. But yeah, ultimately, you now have a significant movement of people in the National Association for the Advancement of Fat Acceptance. What a crazy
It's
title, too.
So wacky. All you need is one person that has gone from being tremendously overweight to being healthy to tell you that it is so much better to be healthy.
Well, what
And
what
it's-
totally crushed me was when Ethan Suplee talked about not being able to walk up a gentle slope.
And I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. My name's Earl.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about that in my head.
Yeah,
I just didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
his name. Oh, I think of him as the guy in the van yelling "White Power."
What? Is that from Imperium?
No, from American History X.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the despicable racist friend.
I didn't actually remember that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been so
he's,
long
He's
since
singing
I've
a
seen
song where "White Power" is like the chorus.
that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a real banger.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
But like the thing is though, like as soon as they change, they go, "Oh well, you're a traitor to our
I
people."
know.
Right?
They went after
And-
Adele hard.
And Adele, and it doesn't really matter what it is. It could be fat, could be religion, could be trans, could be anything.
Oprah's apparently getting it now. Like
I'm
they're,
sure.
they're attacking her for
I'm sure.
slimming.
They're always attacking. I hate it when people say people are mad because I'm like, and
What is new?
like, yeah, welcome to the future where everybody's mad.
There's definitely an economy of madness.
Wow, I like that. That's like a Ben Shapiro. That's actually a Jordan Peterson expression.
Oh, there you go.
The
Yeah.
economy.
Well, he actually, I heard him talking about heaven the other day, and he was saying that the reason that heaven fundamentally would not work that well is that people don't like having satisfaction forever. If there's nothing to
Yeah.
do, there's no reason to get up in the morning.
It's like your WoW private server that makes you feel like you're God.
Well, and that's, yeah, exactly. That's why I want to make it less like that. I want to make it so that I've created a character named Varen, who is a timeless creature that just wants to watch the world burn, and so he's going to use you to do it.
Nice.
And so he's going to grant you small portions of his power so you can go and fuck up the Lich King just to prove a point. Right? And then all of a sudden it feels like you're actually doing something. You're not just like putting God mode on and going and taking everyone's lunch money.
Right.
Yeah, you got to backtrack, by the way, to get, you missed a vent.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how little I care. Like it'd take too long.
Yeah, but just, you know what? Go get your 32,000 damage jump and we'll call it a day.
Cool. Oh, look, it's the other side of the door.
Oh, look at that. Can you actually go back through?
I'm sure.
'Cause I don't know why you would.
I'm sure.
You got these tracks that are side by side, but then you got a machine where the tracks are separated.
Yeah, and they don't match the sizes.
Not at all.
And they went up here, and they were like,
Whoops.
Whoops.
Good observation, brother.
Well, I notice things now.
You're a noticer?
I'm a bit of a detective. Can I pick? It's
Oh,
so
if you could
weird
toss her body at people,
how
that
he
would
just
be
goes,
awesome.
Whoop,
He's very pencil straight.
goodbye, Storm.
We
Rah!
had our time in the sun.
In the storm.
Rainy days don't affect Storm. Can you imagine that? She spends so much of her time wanting to make the weather nice for like outdoor events she's throwing, you know, barbecues and weddings and shit, and she actually like totally ruins the microclimate and destroys the natural environment.
Brother, humans have no effect on the climate. Please stop bringing your politics
She's
into
not
my-
a human.
into my video games.
You're right, humans have zero impact on the climate, but her,
She's... It's just a mutation of humanity. They're still humans.
I guess that's true. They're just special humans.
Yeah. Kind of like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, kind of like Jordan Peterson.
It's a
Have you
mutation
seen his two-colored suit?
Yes.
Yeah, I like
His
it.
Joker suit.
I guess, yeah, a little bit.
I wish I could do his voice. It's so strange. Like
It is.
the way that it's like he's closed his windpipe a little bit, so
It's
that
a little bit whiny.
It comes out like wind in a cave, just like.
It's kind of like walking, where you can do a really gross approximation, but to actually do a convincing replication is pretty difficult.
I saw one the other day. It was amazing.
Yeah, I've seen some really good ones of him. And,
I also my favorite homework for everybody right now is Jordan Peterson explains Bionicle to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
It's too funny. All right.
All right, you all have your assignment.
Bye bye.